Good evening, my lovelies, and welcome back to Cryptic Tales. My name is Lady Victoria Gray, and I'll be your narrator again this haunting evening. Tonight's scary story is called The Forgotton, an original creepypasta written by Constance Goodrich. Another night, I woke up to an alarm. The clock shows 2 a.m., and again I'm standing in a cold room. Darkness is all around me, but I can see only shapes, so it looks like a bedroom. A sharp pain stabs at my entire body, making me fall to my knees. I look up and see a figure hovering over me with a big grin on their face. I try to scream, but I'm stopped as the figure steps towards me and a gunshot rings in my ears as I fall onto my back, and darkness takes my vision. My eyes shoot open. Just another dream. I lay back on my bed and almost laugh at myself for being so foolish to worry. I sit up and I look at my clock. 9 a.m., which is relief as my mind starts to calm down. After a good shower and getting dressed, I head downstairs for a quick bite before heading to work. "Good morning, Mom," I called out as she sat at the table reading her book. Strange, she didn't answer me. She didn't even notice me. I knew she had to be able to hear me. I spoke pretty loud. But still, she just sat there with her eyes down on her book. "Morning, dear," my dad said as my mom looked up and smiled at her. And smiled at him. "I made pancakes," she replied, pointing to the stove. "Hi, Dad," I said, touching his arm. But even he didn't look down at me, just kept walking. I became confused. Why didn't they notice me? It was like I was never even there. I looked at the clock and freaked out. I was going to be late for work. Making my way outside, I started down the driveway, almost in a dead run. I ran part of the way until I got to the corner of my street. I couldn't get past my parents. Still, they didn't even notice me. I ran another few blocks before hitting Main Street and knew I could walk now. My job was 3 buildings down, so I knew I barely made it. Walking inside, I waved to my boss, but again he seemed to not notice me. "Hey, Mr. Wilson," I called again. He didn't look up. He just kept working. Now my mind was full of fear and racing thoughts as I was dreaming and didn't know it. Again, I felt cold, like freezing almost, and I just wanted someone to notice me. I rushed outside, trying to stop anyone, but no one who I tried talking to would notice me. I stopped almost wanting to cry, wondering why no one would talk to me. I felt depressed, now walking mindlessly across town for what seemed like hours. I finally looked up, noticing just how far I had walked, and I was standing in front of the town graveyard. I walked inside, seeing the caretaker cleaning up a headstone. He seemed taken back by this grave, in fact. In his back pocket was the newspaper. He must not seen it fall to the ground, because he kept walking off to finish his job. I slowly made my way to the newspaper. I picked it up and something caught my eye on the front page. "Missing local girl found dead in old hotel." My mind raced back to the dream I had earlier this morning. It was then my heart jumped out of my chest as I looked towards the grave. Upon the headstone it said, my name, with the words "lost and forgotten."